Alright, what's going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing the Pixel 7a, which was released by Google about a week ago, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing and first impressions as a person who's coming from the Pixel 7 Pro. Now, I know what you guys are wondering. Who's today's sponsor? It's still nobody. So without further ado, let's go ahead with the unboxing experience. So this is the box, and we always have to give credit where credit is due on this channel, and this product was made in Vietnam. So interesting choice by Google. Seems like things are moving out of China. And here is the device. Bada bing, bada boom. Now I did choose the black. This is what they call charcoal. And let's go ahead and get this lifted up here. And you can definitely tell the bezels right away on the 7A. Now, let's go ahead and see what else is in the box here as I get this thing booted up. All right, so the other things that come in the box is pretty standard on what you get the 7 Pro as well. We have a USB-C to USB-C cable and a USB-A to USB-C connector, or I should say adapter. And then you have some paperwork in here as well. All right, so we are in our device, and the first thing that I want to do is actually change it to a brighter background, simply for the fact to see of how the bezels actually look. So let's go ahead and move over to textures, set this to both, home and lock screen, and just like that. All right, now that I've switched over to a lighter wallpaper, you can definitely tell the bezels around the edge of the device, and it is a A-series phone, although I feel as though Pixel users or people who are looking at this price point don't care too much about bezels. What they care more about is functionality and how fast it is, and basically the value you're getting from the device. So let's go ahead and move over to build quality. Now, I don't want to compare this to my Pixel 7 Pro because this isn't its competition. People are comparing this to the regular 7 series, and I would say it's not as, it looks like glass, right? If I show you guys would think this is glass, basically from my fingerprints and whatnot. It doesn't look like plastic at all, but I've got to say to Google that they did a pretty good job in trying to make this seem like a glass back. It's definitely plastic, although I feel as though most people probably won't tell. The other thing that I want to mention is that this, I believe, is still aluminum from the camera housing, and then we have aluminum railing on the side. Since I'm already talking about the build quality, it is a traditional Pixel setup where you have your volume rocker right here, the lock button, a microphone up here, nothing on the left-hand side other than the SIM card tray, and then your speaker and USB-C port. All right, so another test that I do on this channel is the balancing. How does it feel in the air? Because I like to toss my devices around a lot. And I've got to say that Pixel 7a is balanced pretty well. Definitely when I spin it, it is overall balanced. I've got to say, good job Pixel, good job Google. All right, next up, let's do a quick speaker and display test. All right, let's go ahead and just throw up a random video. The display looks really good. In terms of the speakers, though, the speakers don't sound that great. I know my videos aren't the best in terms of audio quality, but I think I can tell pretty well when speakers sound good. What's going on, guys? So I'm going from my S23 Ultra to the Pixel 7 Pro, and I'm very excited to make this video, not because of the phone switch. Speakers are okay. In terms of budget speakers, they get the job done. They're not going to wow you by any means, but they're suffice for the most part. Next up, a lot of reasons why people go for the Pixel is the camera. So let's go ahead and do a quick camera test. So let's do a selfie here. All right, let's talk about this photo here. This is the portrait one that I took, and for a $500 phone, I would say I'm pretty impressed by the quality of this photo. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but I think this is just the power that Google has when it comes to their tensor chip. Really nice to see that from a $500 phone, you're able to get quality photos like this using the front camera. I would expect the back camera to be even better. Now, if we go over to the, I always get confused here. There we go. Now, this is the regular front-facing camera. Still pretty much on par with the portrait mode. It's just that the background isn't blurred out. But overall, I would say as a user, I'm completely happy using this device here for the camera. So let's go ahead and do a quick video test. All right, so this is the video and microphone test on the Pixel 7a. This is recording at 4K 30. I'm not going to have any edits or enhancements on this video, so what you see is what you're also going to see whenever you take a video. I do have the speech enhancement on, so my AC is going off in the background, but overall, I would say that Pixels do really well when you have really good lighting, so I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed at the video or camera in general when it comes to this $500 smartphone. But once again, you guys let me know how it looks and sounds. All right, so do keep in mind that this is just my first impressions of the Pixel 7a. It's not my full review or full thoughts on the device because I haven't fully used it yet. But the one thing I do want to mention is that just from a release standpoint, I think the device is okay. And I want to say that because I see a lot of comparisons of this device compared to the regular Pixel 7 and what you're missing out on the Pixel 7. However, I think what this device should be compared to is the Samsung A54, which I think is a much more value-centric product, simply because you're getting a higher refresh rate, better build quality, and one thing that Google used to have back in the day, you get longer security support with the Samsung A54 versus the Pixel 7a. So if that is something that you don't really think about, I would say do keep that in mind for using your device as your daily driver for years to come. Because if you hold on to your devices for quite some time, those patches and those other features that you're going to get with that longer support is going to matter. And I think with the A54 selling at a lower price than the Pixel 7a, I find it kind of hard to sell this to people unless they really want that Pixel experience as well as the camera itself. If I had $500 personally, I would probably still go over to the Samsung A54 and save that extra 50 bucks. But the one thing you do have to keep in mind with both Google and Samsung is that their devices go on sale a lot. And if you do sign up with Google Fi, Google has some crazy discounts that you can get with their devices. But once again, the A54 is probably one of the best value-centric phones that you can get on the Android side of things. Pixel 7a, for people who really like the Pixel and they don't want to spend that much money on a Pixel, the A series is always going to be there for you. If you just want that stock clean OS by Google, this is the device for you. But once again, first impressions, I will have my full review out in a couple of weeks. With all that being said, guys, I am going to try and get the Samsung A54 on the channel and do a direct comparison just so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But hopefully you guys found this video informative. I appreciate every single sub, like, and comment. And as always, guys, much love. That was pretty cool, not gonna lie, although it should have landed on the home screen, not the app screen. But you guys know what I'm trying to do, right? Right? Eh.